Hey everybody, come gather around. Today's a nostalgic video. Today we're going to talk about something that has been around since the 1970s and is still going on today. Before we get into doing anything of that nature, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below, hit that like button, and click on that notification bell to get notifications from when we go live and upload videos of any nature or sort. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So today I'm talking about Tiger Electronics. They've been around since 1978. Tiger Electronics started out as an independent American toy company manufacturing that was best known for handheld electronic games. If you guys remember the Furby, oh, the FBI and the NSA hate that little motherfucker. The Talkboy tape recorder back in 1992 when Home Alone 2 was a big hit. The Gigapets, the 2XL robot, and especially Tiger handheld games. Now, back in the day, Sega had their own handheld device along with Atari and, of course, the Game Boy from Nintendo. But if your parents didn't have the money to shell out for one of those game consoles for you to have on the go, the cheaper alternative, especially when it came around to your birthday and Christmas time, were Tiger Electronics. These were those $10 or $20 handheld games that were all based on TV shows and movies and such, and they have 2 or 3 little buttons on there. It had an on and off switch, and the little LED screen that it had on there, it was complete shit. All it was a fixed background with a bunch of little different textured figures wandering around on the screen. It's kind of hard to basically describe how those things were. That was their cash cow back in the 1990s. But there is one thing that still stands out in mind for me, and I had to have it again, and that was the Quiz Whiz, a Tiger Quiz Whiz.
You want to be a wise guy? Well, you gotta know this. Quiz Whiz. Very cool questions and very hot answers. Answer the right answer? Yeah. You got a Quiz Whiz to be a wise guy.
Quiz Whiz comes with 1,001 questions. Over 20 other books and cartridges sold separately. Batteries not included.
What is this thing? This is a portable quizzing game device. These things came with multiple books along with multiple cartridges, and it gave you hours of entertainment. Each book, as it says, has 1,001 questions that are all synced to a cartridge. And this thing it was such a big hit back in the 90s, and there were so many books and cartridges that came out for it. They even had a Star Wars edition one come out specifically for that nature. Let's take a quick look at and check it out. So this is the Quiz Whiz. This is the Star Wars edition. I'll get into that in a little bit. And then here are a lot of the books that I own for the Quiz Whiz. This is the electronic quiz and answering game. This was actually the first cartridge-based console, basically, from Tiger Electronics. And it was a highly popular interactive game quiz system. And it's where you take the cartridges to the corresponding book, and you would put them in the back cartridge slot, and then you would open up the door, and you would put the said book inside the slot here. And like I said, each book actually comes with 1,001 questions, and they are different questions, like as the Olympic skater had a move called spread eagle, double axel spread eagle. Who was she? And these are A, B, C, and D choices. So on the console itself, you would turn it on, and then you would hit start, and then the corresponding cartridge, which is already in the system. So you would enter the question number first, enter, and then you would hit A, B, C, or D, and then you would hit enter, and it'll tell you yes or no. So this is basically a nifty little thing if you want to quiz yourself on the go with a bunch of different questions and answers. And of course, over here we have the Star Wars edition, which was released, I believe, back in '97 when they were re-released on VHS and such. And this comes with episode 4, 5, and 6, and they each have only one cartridge that goes between each one. So you gotta think, 3 books, it's not really 1,001 questions. It's over 1,001 questions for one cartridge, but each one has about 600 and some questions to it. So all you do is just slide the book inside this little slider here, puts it in place, Cartridge goes in the back, of course. And then you just switch it on. Start. And then you enter your number question in. Enter A, B, C, or D. Same thing as always. Now, this one, for whatever reason, this takes 3 AA batteries. And I think this one only takes 2. Yeah, you can't see it, but it takes like 2 or 3 AA batteries right there. But each different book is different in every way. Like, you got computer games, wacky worlds, general knowledge, which usually comes packed with the cartridges, with the game system itself, world records, what is this, greatest sports legends, more TV trivia, etc. There are other books out there I have yet to get a hold of. One of them I'm looking for, which is kind of rare, is for the movie Congo. I used to have that long ago. That's one I'm going to be looking up on eBay. But yeah, this is pretty much the whole collection that I have for QuizWiz. This is a nifty little thing, and it's definitely worth getting if you're a collector of Tiger Electronics. But yeah, that is pretty much it with the QuizWiz. Like I said, this was Tiger's first handheld, well, not their first handheld, but this is their first cartridge-based handheld, especially when you have quizzes on the go. Let me show you how this works. So each book, as I stated, it comes with 1,001 questions, and at the very back, depending on who's playing the game with you, you can have multiple people playing with you at once. And at the end of the book, has a score sheet, so you can keep tally of how many correct answers everybody gets when going through this book. So you can make it a big game. You can make it a game night with people. You can quiz everybody. You can quiz yourself along the go. But I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to show you a quick start of one of them. So we got general knowledge. Steve Urkel from Family Matters is played by, and you can see the questions right there. And we're going to do A, Jaleel White. And then you go to number 204, and we got Will Smith, 204. We got Will Smith is the new guy in town on this show. A, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It is pretty nifty. It's a pretty neat little gadget. You know, if you want to have something on the go, if you want to play a quick quiz game with friends, you know, make it a party game or such. This thing is over 20 years old. So it still holds up in value. It still holds up in playability. Like I said, there's quite a few books out there on this game, you know, that come with this game that are on. You can find them on eBay. I'm pretty sure you can find them on Amazon as well. They only made so many of it. But, you know, these things, they came and go as fads, especially the handhelds, the little Tiger handheld ones that you hold in your hand. They're like, I don't know, this big, and they only took 2 AA batteries. But, like I said, back then, if your parents couldn't afford a Game Boy or a Game Gear or the Atari Lynx or whatever as a handheld, you got one of those cheap ones that were like $10 to $15 a piece, and you got them for your birthday or you got them for Christmas or whatever. But Tiger, they did make some pretty solid electronics back in the day, and there's still so many out there, like Brain Warp. If anybody remembers Brain Warp, that was a hell of a one right there, and we definitely had that as well, along with Light Wars, Lights Out, and quite a few others. So Tiger Electronics is still around. It's just the bottom of the ship barrel with their electronics was the handhelds, and of course the R-Zone, which was trying to mimic the Virtual Boy at the time, mimic virtual reality, just to have a headband and a little LED screen that was all in black and red and is like right up in your eye. So those are the ones that you really want to avoid, unless you like those and you're retro about it and you're nostalgic about it. Feel free to get one of those. I'm pretty sure they still got it on eBay. And that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you for watching. I've still got a couple videos planned for the future of some classic nostalgia stuff, so stay tuned for that. Like I said, guys, if you're watching right now, hit that like and subscribe button down below. Let us know what you think about Tiger Electronic Games and the QuizWiz. Did you have a QuizWiz? Did you have anything from Tiger Electronics? Let us know what you had. Share your nostalgia with us. And until next time, guys, get you on the flip.
You got a quiz, Wiz, to be a wise guy.